Hey guys, so I wanted to do a video for you. I wanted to do some card pulls because it's been a while. I am going to draw a message for your full moon in Pisces. We'll call it a reading for the full moon in Pisces. This is the last lunar eclipse of the year. It is a supermoon, September supermoon. So I just wanted to come interact with you guys and give you a card pull. I'm going to do everybody that's wanted to ever get these pulls. I'm just going to let the cauldron decide who's first all the way until we're done. And if you guys are watching and you've never had a card pulled and you would like me to include you in the next video, you can comment down below and I will get your name put in there, and you could possibly have future card pulls from me as well. So yeah, let's get into it. So let's see who is going to be first today. Alright, sorry guys. So the first message will be for Hesty's bestie, for Miss Willa. So this is your full moon in Pisces message from me, Willa. From Spirit, we should say. I'm just communicating for them. So let's see what message we have for Hesty's bestie, for Miss Willa today, please. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, I call on you to give me a message for Miss Willa that she needs for this full moon in Pisces, for this September supermoon that we are about to experience. What message does she need? Alright, Willa, so we have your card. And it is Maple Tree. There is a change coming that is so big it will shift all that exists. Maple Tree. Sorry, it has an awful glare and I'm trying to help. There we go. Alright, so Willa, message you're receiving for your full moon. Okay, so the key words are good fortune, signs of welcome, change, dramatic changes. It says it is similar to the Wheel of Fortune in tarot. It says your higher self chose this card because it is a gloriously happy one that brings with it much improved circumstances and bliss. When you receive Maple Tree, you can expect dramatic change, good fortune, and a positive resolution to your situation. It may feel like the universe is shining down on you and offering an unusual amount of good luck and well wishes. Take advantage of this happy energy while you can. Now is a good time to focus on taking action and manifesting dreams. If you have felt stagnant, receiving this card is a sign that your situation will begin to move forward and will resolve in your favor. Be on the lookout for different or increased opportunities, a financial windfall, meeting someone new who has great potential to be more, a sudden revival of a relationship or career, or a greater sense of confidence, strength, and creative expression. This card also serves as a yes and is your confirmation that the path you have inquired about is the right one to take. Be sure to be generous with what you have. There's no need to give away your life savings or renounce material possessions. in the pursuit of charity unless that is what you feel called to do. But sharing your good favor helps to extend the happy period. The more light you send into the world, the more you can expect in return. That's actually a really beautiful message. Let me know in the comments, Willa, if this resonates. And I hope you have a beautiful full moon, girl. I'm sure you have something planned. Alright, let's see who the cauldron chooses next. Okay, so the next person I am going to draw for is Teresa. I'm sure she's super excited. She's been wanting a card pull. So this is your card pull for the full moon, Teresa. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, give me the message for Teresa that she needs the most for this full moon in Pisces. Please give us a message for Teresa that she needs to hear. Oh my gosh, how crazy is that? Teresa also got number 24, Maple Tree. There is a change coming that is so big it will shift all that exists. That is really crazy that the same card, even after shuffling, came out for both of you guys. That is really crazy. So I don't think I'm going to read that again since it was the same message that I just read. But I do feel drawn to do another one for you, Teresa. One that I can read out for you as well. I'm positive that Maple Tree applies to you somehow. But let's see if we have another message for Teresa, just so you can have your own unique message, even though I think it was really cool that you and Willa got the same message. A message for Teresa, please, from the spirit teams, angels, and ancestors for her full moon in Pisces. A message that she needs to hear today, please. Teresa, please. Okay, 2 of them fell out, so you get a 3-card pull today, girl. So the next one was Crow. It says, pay close attention to the winds. There's a message making its way. Alright, Teresa, this is card number 11, Crow. Spirit had a lot to say to you today. Keywords, something's coming, messages, pay attention. Your higher self chose this card because a message is coming your way and is warning you to keep an eye out for important signs and clues of what's to come. Nothing truly manifests without some warning. The signs might be subtle, but they have been prompting you your entire life. You might feel a sensation such as a tingle in your neck, or perhaps a decision gives you a sense of dread. You might have an idea that instantly lifts your spirits, or feel some electricity when you meet someone new. All of these sensations are clues that attempt to steer you towards a rewarding life. Pulling the Crow card is a sign to trust in your intuition, especially in the coming days. You may be quick to dismiss your feelings as being silly, and perhaps they are in many societies. However, you're connected to the spirit realm, where all things are possible, and only right answer is the one that gives you the feeling of peace, joy, and success. Trust in your ability to read the messages of the universe, and know there is always a pathway to safety for those who know where to look. Whether the message coming your way is good or bad remains to be seen. Look to other cards within your reading or select additional cards for more details. So you ended up getting 3 cards from Spirit, Teresa, and there is a little ritual or something here to do, adjusting your antenna. It would be best if this exercise could be performed while standing or sitting outside in nature, although it can be done anywhere. Place your palms on your jawline and your fingers cupped over your ears with your thumbs under your ears. Take a deep breath in and out, then repeat the in and out breaths, but this time lift your fingers from over your ears while leaving your palms on your jawline. It becomes an open door, closed door situation. To close the door, you cover your ears by cupping them. Then you open the door by lifting your fingers away from your ears. Continue to do this as you take deep breaths for at least 1 minute, then sit in silence for 5 to 10 minutes and receive your message. That's really cool. Okay, and then the other card was Wool number 44. And if I'm not mistaken, you got this message on one of the last pulls as well. You are woven with an embrace, protected, loved, and the familiarity of finally being home. Yeah, you did, because you were going to the game. The Chiefs game. So Woo has been a repeated message for you, and I will read it again just so you're reminded. Security, safety, cozy corner, sacred space, comfort, feeling at home. Your higher self chose this card because you need to be reminded that self-care comes in many forms. Sometimes getting dressed in the morning is what you need to feel motivated, renewed, and powerful, while other times it's standing your ground and saying no. When Wool comes into your reading, it's to guide you to find self-care in the small moments of life. That can mean snuggling up in your favorite blanket or finding a quiet corner to dig into a beloved book for the 15th time. It could mean buying a little cabin in the woods somewhere off the beaten path, or heading home for a few days so your parents can hold you and tell you that it will be all right. There are some places that just feel like home, and some things, such as a security blanket, that make you feel safe. Receiving this card is your sign that what you need now more than anything else is a feeling of something familiar. Wait before starting something new or making any decisions. Instead, seek out some time to reconnect with what once gave you a feeling of peace and ease. Feeling safe allows you to evaluate your situation from a secure place rather than one of fear or anxiety. You'll be able to see your circumstances from the outside rather than standing right in the middle. So yeah, that's awesome, Teresa. Your messages these are really strong messages because you have received Wool before. And then the maple tree was really cool because you and Willow both got that, and that's a beautiful message. And then you had the crow. They were all beautiful messages, really. I hope you enjoyed them, Teresa. I hope they resonate. You can find something, to help. The candle's burning down fast back there, you guys. So let's see who is next. Alright. So our Our next full moon message is for Beth Ritter. Beth, I have a message for you, my love. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, I call upon you to give me a full moon message for Beth, please. A message she needs the most. For this full moon in Pisces, please. Alright, Beth, we got a card. So we got pomegranate. Dare to taste the unknown. Let it seduce your spirit awake. Alright, Beth. Let me read this for you. Keywords are lust, pleasure, seduction, forbidden fruit, and sexuality. Your higher self chose this card because you are ignoring the things that could show you the path to your purpose, to more rewarding relationships, and to unrealized talents or new ways to experience fun. There is some debate about the fruit eaten by Eve in the garden. Some believe it was an apple, while others believe it was a pomegranate. The superfruit's connection to the story is what invokes its alignment with temptation, and sadly the story of Eve leads many to believe their desires should be denied instead of embraced. Each desire is a clue about what will bring you fulfillment, joy, love, success, and all other high vibrational emotions that are yours to claim. By denying your desires, you are denying what makes you you. Pomegranate encourages you to allow yourself to experience everything that is within your heart. Try new foods, take an unusual path to a familiar place, travel, speak to someone unusual, and do the things that scare but also excite you. In doing so, you will discover the freedom to experience your full self without limitations or boundaries. So Beth, I hope you like your message for the full moon. Also, guys, please do tell what your plans for the full moon are. I would love to know. Let's see who is going to be next for their message. We had two of them, so I'll do that again. Alright, so the next message is for Emily Vanderhill. Emily, let's see what Spirit has to say for you today. Rather, for the full moon in Pisces. Let's see what message Spirit wants to give Emily, what she needs to hear for this full moon in Pisces. Spirit teams, angels, and ancestors, the message meant for Emily Vanderhill. Alright, you got two, Emily. We're going to start with the first one that fell out, root vegetables. In those hidden places where most fear to go is where the most nourishment is waiting for you to behold. Root vegetables. Alright, so let's read this for you, Emily. Keywords are digging for nourishment or gold, considering other resources, going where others might avoid. Your higher self chose this card because you need guidance on how to dig deeper for the resources and nourishment you need for your situation. Some of the world's most precious and desired resources, such as diamonds, gold, truffles, and argwood, a very rare and expensive fragrance made from particular molded wood, are found in dirty, muddy places. And some of the most nourishing foods are found growing below ground. Root vegetables such as carrots, beets, and garlic are powerful superfoods. that are known for their healing and restorative properties. Consider whether or not you have a complete understanding of your desires. You may need to consider enrolling in a class to learn more information, or perhaps, if you have also pulled Campfire, you might seek out a mentor who can offer additional guidance. In a relationship, you could ask more questions rather than assuming you know someone's intention. Do your research and review the fine print carefully when signing any contracts or before taking advantage of an opportunity. You might be surprised to find there are better options available. If you're feeling stuck, it may be time to think outside of the box and look beyond what is immediately in front of you. What may seem like a dirty or even unsavory person or place could be just what you need. Root vegetables. Alright, Emily, and then you also got grieving, number 19. The chambers of your mourning are surrounded by nothingness, emptiness, waiting to be seen. So the second message Emily got, we will read for her. Alright, so the key words are grief, mourning, deep sorrow, and heartbreak. Your higher self chose this card because grief isn't just about death of a loved one. Mourning is defined as feeling regret or sadness about the loss or disappearance of something. You can grieve the end of a career, a move from one place to another, letting go of a dream, or seeing your children leave the nest. While grief isn't pleasant, it's important to acknowledge the loss of something or someone that was important to you. Doing so doesn't reduce the love you had for what you've lost, but it does give you a way to let go and move on. To ignore your sadness is to deny a meaningful part of your life story. Pulling grieving is an opportunity to embrace the heavy emotions you have been carrying. Express the fullness of your heartache as a tribute to what once was. And then once you have cried, screamed, gotten angry, or sad, your spirit will be free. It's only when you deny your grief that it becomes baggage. Will you feel sad from time to time? Of course. Memories have a way of creeping in, even with a healthy grief process, but it won't be a constant thorn in your soul. This card also reminds you that it's okay to feel sorrow for something or someone who is gone, even if that person or thing brought you great harm. The bad memories don't erase the good ones, and there's nothing wrong with cherishing any happiness you once experienced together. It doesn't matter if other people don't understand your grief, because it isn't theirs to understand in the first place. So there is your messages for the full moon in Pisces, Emily. I hope you enjoyed them or resonate with them. And let's see who's next. It looks like I have 3 more in here. Remember, if you guys are not getting a card pulled for you and you would like to, leave your name in a comment, and maybe the next video that I do, you will get a card pulled for you. Alright, so the next person that we are pulling for is Sacred Vibes 333. So Gypsy, let's see what message is for you for this full moon in Pisces. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, please give us a message for Gypsy for her full moon in Pisces. Give us the message she needs, please. Message for Sacred Vibes 333. Oh my, so you did get 2, but I'm going to finish the shuffle. Alright, so you got 3. Spirit has a lot to say for this full moon. So your first card, Gypsy, that fell out was Witch's Rosary. Craft your skills with intentions repeated, a practice of magic powered by purpose. So Gypsy, your first card is Witch's Rosary. Let's read that for you. This is never a card that's ever fell out for me in any of my readings with the Mabon Oracle. So let's see. The keywords are focus, concentration, intention, developing habits, and trust. Your higher self chose this card because it represents the long road to success that guides you to remain focused and intentional. Your situation is not one that will gain immediate results, but is likely to be rewarding with patience and consistent effort. The way forward is to be practical, responsible, and committed to mundane tasks that aren't glamorous, but do provide security and stability. You will receive this card when you're ready to put in the hard work to see your goal through. Although it does remind you to avoid perfectionism, habits and skills take time to master, so don't take it too personally if you don't get it right at first. You may follow instructions step by step and find that still something is off. Remember that you can always start from the beginning, retracting your steps until you discover the source of the problem. This card also confirms that you are on the right path and should keep doing what you're doing. You may be frustrated if you're not seeing results, which is why this card has made its way to you. Spirit wants you to know that you have done nothing wrong, but must trust that your work will be rewarded with time. And then there is a Witch's Rosary manifesting chant. It says this chant is excellent for calling in what you desire, although affirmations work great as well. It can be done with anything that helps keep you consistent in repetition. Go to a place that is quiet and free of distractions. Nature is always best, but you can choose wherever you prefer. Hold a rosary in your hands and place your fingers on one of the beads. Close your eyes and take a deep breath, then recite an intention or phrase and repeat it for every bead. Gypsy. So that was your first message from Spirit. Your second message was Tea Magic. It says reach into your subconscious, pull from the source, and weave magic with intention, and the answers will unfold. Alright, Gypsy, so message number 2. Keywords is answers and hard truths. Your higher self chose this card because the answers you're seeking have been right in front of you for some time, but you've chosen not to see them. Tea Magic will visit you when there is a hard truth that needs to be heard and you're experiencing some form of denial. You may even be doing it unintentionally as your ego's way of protecting you from something that may be hurtful or difficult to understand. Tea Magic is a spiritual intervention telling you that while it may be hard, it's time to rip off the Band-Aid and face the truth of your situation. Take time to think about where illumination needs to occur. What have you been avoiding in your life? Know that ignoring it may only be making your situation worse. And if you don't take action now, you could be facing significant consequences. Fortunately, this card means there is time to turn your circumstances around. Your situation will still be challenging, but deep down, you already know what to do to overcome this obstacle. Before you can face the monster, you need to acknowledge that it's real. And there is a divination tea spell. It says this is a great tea to drink before meditation and vision, psychic, and divination work. You will need 2 teaspoons of blue lotus flowers, 1 teaspoon of rose petals, 2 teaspoons of dried lemon balm, 3 teaspoons of dried mugwort, and honey. It says to steep the ingredients in boiling water for 5 minutes, then strain. Drink a cup before you start your practice. Alright, Gypsy, that was your second message. And then Spirit also gave you a third. Mountain Cabin. There are times when solitude can be healing and enlightening. So your third message, let's read that for you. Keywords are disconnecting, solitude, and hermiting. Your higher self chose this card because there are too many things influencing your life, and some time to yourself to listen to your inner spirit is exactly what you need. Most friends and family have the best intentions when offering their advice, but they can only speak from their experiences and do not have a full understanding of your life story. Even those closest to you, such as a sibling, parent, or best friend, won't know everything about you, why you've made certain choices, or the goals you daydream about. Your soul is guiding you through this card to disconnect from the world so you can find the best pathway forward without the pollution of other people's opinions. It's much easier to find confidence in yourself without the questions, doubt, concerns, or criticism you're likely facing from others in your life. Taking a solo vacation is excellent if that is available to you, but finding a quiet corner to yourself, journaling, or simply keeping your plans under wraps are an excellent way to experience solitude. The Mountain Cabin card also reminds you that you are worthy and enough all by yourself. It may feel easier, safer, and more comfortable to take a new journey with a partner, but some experiences only have room for a solo traveler. If you're about to embark on a new change, know that you were given this path for a reason. It's your path to walk alone, and you are more than capable of seeing it through. So, I hope you like your messages, Gypsy. Let me know in the comments if they resonated. Okay, I think I have 2 more in the cauldron. We're going to see who is next. Next we have Mystical Misty 1. Mystical Misty. Actually, there's 2 more left in there after this one, you guys. So this one is for Mystical Misty. Let's see what Spirit has for her full moon message. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, give me the message for Misty that she needs for this full moon in Pisces, please. Message for Misty that she needs for this full moon in Pisces. Message for Misty. Alright, Misty, so your card for the full moon in Pisces is Coming of Darkness. All the light is dimming, life is withering at the core. Are you ready? See it a little better there? So, Misty. Coming of Darkness. Keywords are preparing and coming of darkness. So it says your higher self chose this card because a storm is about to hit, and it's a warning to take steps now to prepare for darker times ahead. All cycles must come to an end. It's common to hear the phrase, "and this too shall pass," in reference to difficult situations. Rarely, however, is this advice given for good times. Perhaps it's critical to enjoy periods of abundance, happiness, but it's also important to remember that the good cycles of life will also pass at some point. The tables will turn, and while you can't do anything to stop the natural ebb and flow, you can lessen the blow as much as possible. When you receive this card, consider where you need to take steps to be better prepared moving forward. Is it time to open up Is it time to open or bulk up a savings account? Do you need to do more research, be ready with an elevator pitch, or get business cards made? Perhaps you have seen some instability with your employer, and it might be time to consider looking for another job. These signs are right in front of you, and the first thing that gives you a feeling of uneasiness is likely when you will experience some challenges moving forward. So, Misty, that is your message for the full moon in Pisces. And we have two more. So the next one is Berenice. All right. So let's get your message for the full moon in Pisces. Let's see what Spirit needs you to know for your full moon in Pisces. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, please give me the message. Yours came out very fast, Bella. Denise, I should say. So you also got a message that another person got. You got Tea Magic. Reach into your subconscious, pull from the source, and weave magic with intention, and the answers will unfold. Alright. So I will just go ahead and read that again. It's probably been a couple cards back, so we will read it again. And this is for Berenice, message for her full moon in Pisces. Okay, so Tea Magic. The keywords are answers and hard truths. Your higher self chose this card because the answers you're seeking have been right in front of you for some time, but you've chosen not to see them. Tea Magic will visit you when there is a hard truth that needs to be heard and you're experiencing some form of denial. You may even be doing it unintentionally as your ego's way of protecting you from something that may be hurtful or difficult to understand. Tea Magic is a spiritual intervention telling you that while it may be hard, it's time to rip off a band-aid and face the truth of your situation. Time to think about where illumination needs to occur. What have you been avoiding in your life? Know that ignoring it may only be making your situation worse, and if you don't take action now, you could be facing significant consequences. Fortunately, this card means there is time to turn your circumstances around. Your situation will still be challenging, but deep down, you already know what to do to overcome this obstacle. Before you can face the monster, you'll need to acknowledge that it's real. And then there is that divination tea spell again, if you would like to try it. And then you also got another card, Bella. The Ghost Whisperer, number 18 fell out for you. And it says, be still in the whispers that ebb and flow through the silence. So card 18 for Bella for her full moon message. Keywords are messages, warnings, and guidance. Your higher self chose this card because it represents the receipt of messages, especially those that come from someone in your past. You may have a chance to find closure, or you might reconnect with someone who was once meaningful to you. Have you been thinking about someone in particular, perhaps an ex or an old flame that has entered your mind recently? So consider reaching out to them. They may need to speak with you about something important, but don't have a way of contacting you. A simple conversation, even just small talk, can open your eyes to a clever solution to a problem that has plagued you. This person may become a permanent fixture in your life if pulled with the Witch's Gathering. Should this card fall from the deck in reverse, it's a critical warning. It didn't fall in reverse, so we don't have to worry about that. So yes, Bella, those are your messages for the full moon in Pisces, and I hope you can resonate and enjoy these messages. And the last person that did not come out, you know, they always do say save the best for last. No, I'm just kidding. I love all you guys, but this last message is for Silver Soul Fox. Let's pull a message for her full moon in Pisces. A message she needs to hear, please. Message for Miss Silver Soul Fox. I love saying that too, you guys. So let's see what message we have for her for the full moon in Pisces. For this beautiful super moon we're about to experience. Message for Silver Soul Fox, please. Full moon message for her. Get a message for Mrs. Silver Soul Fox for the full moon in Pisces, please. What message does Silver need to hear? Silver Spirit knows that we like to shuffle these cards, girl. Oh. For Silver Soul Fox, please. For the full moon in Pisces. Alright, you got 2 cards, Silver. The first one that fell out for you was Corn Maze. Although your path is unclear, it is there waiting for your faith to lead you. Corn Maze, card number 8. So your first message, Silver. Keywords are compromising beliefs, falling off the path, getting lost, and authenticity. Your higher self chose this card because life is a lot like going through a corn maze. It's a series of choices that will either lead you to freedom, manifested in feelings of joy, success, feeling loved and supported, or choices that lead to feeling stuck, stagnant, confused, and lost. The next choice is always a flip of the coin and will bring you closer to or further away from your desired outcome. Just like a corn maze, you don't get a map or chance to plot the way before going in, but you do have a built-in guide in the form of your inner self, which knows exactly the way to go, when to turn, and when to head back and start again. Your inner self speaks to you through your beliefs and feelings and is speaking to you now through this card, letting you know that you have been going in the wrong direction. If you're inquiring about a future decision, receiving this card as a definitive no. This is not the path to take. Instead, you are being asked to go back and start from the beginning. What are your values and core beliefs? What are you hoping to gain from this situation? Or who are you attempting to become? Have your choices supported future versions of yourself in your life? Finally, where have you compromised your life's vision in pursuit of goals and expectations that belong to someone else? Corn Maze offers a final message. There is more than one way to achieve a goal. The path you are on now is not the way, and there may be another path that is much better suited to you. To find this path, take time to find out who you truly are now and who you are becoming. Then your inner self will have what it needs to take you from point A to point B. So you got a second card, maybe to kind of confirm what that card meant for you, Silver. And this card was Firesider. Notice your last card. I also noticed, let me show it again. It was 8, and this card is 16. 8 and 8 and 16. I don't know, maybe there's some significance to that. But Firesider, number 16, dwell in the medicine that exists to protect the spirit. And I will read that for you, Silver. So the keywords are preparation, building immunity, strengthening the spirit. Your higher self chose this card because Firesider wishes to tell you something that may be difficult to understand, which is that manifestation is not magic. What manifestation does is make spaces for your preparation to be useful. The universe expands your possibilities, moves things around so that you are in the right place at the right time, and offers a helpline when you're facing obstacles. Even so, you wouldn't go to a job interview without being prepared to explain why you're the right person for the job, or go to the store without money to. This card reminds you not to go to Spirit asking for miracles to be made on your behalf if you aren't ready to make a phone call. Save a little extra, or at least make a plan. In truth, manifestation can feel like magic, but so few of us are armed with the tools needed to manifest anything meaningful. There are too many fears most of us don't know how to face. Too many thought distortions many of us aren't even aware of, let alone able to bust, and too much that is overwhelming about big life goals that can seem impossible to achieve. This is why the universe will send you challenges that are meant to build your spiritual immunity. They make you stronger, wiser, and more prepared to manifest in a way that truly does feel like magic. With time and your willingness to prepare for greatness, you will experience a life that is deliberate rather than happening by the whims of a cosmic energy. That's not to say the universe isn't real or that you won't have divine help along the way, but it's a lot easier for the universe to back you up when it knows you're prepared to take the leap when it calls. And then there is a little recipe here, fire cider for the soul. In this recipe you will need a half a cup of fresh or dried rose hips, a half a cup of dried elderberries, a half a cup of fresh orange peel, a half a cup of fresh ginger peeled and sliced, and 4 garlic cloves. Oh, there's more. 4 cinnamon sticks, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, and a half a cup of raw honey. It says place the rose hips, elderberries, orange peel, ginger, garlic, and cinnamon in a clean 32-ounce glass jar, such as a mason jar. Add apple cider vinegar until the ingredients are completely covered. Seal with a lid. Plastic is best, but if you have a metal lid, put parchment paper inside to prevent corrosion. Label the jar and place it in a cool, dark place for 4 weeks. Mix it occasionally and make sure all of the ingredients are properly covered with liquid. Strain the liquid and add the honey. And then you can enjoy your fire cider for the soul. That's cool. And Silver Soul Fox. This is fire cider for the soul. It's in your name. I really do want to try this. I think I'm going to try it sometime too, you guys. But that is everybody that has ever asked for a card pull or a reading from me. I went ahead and drew everybody's card for the full moon, and I am going to go ahead and just pull like a collective spirit message. This is for all of us, including myself. And we will see what message Spirit wants to leave us with to reflect on for the full moon. Alright. So this card flew out. It says, go back to the heart of who you truly are. There you will find peace. Look at your life in its entirety. Acknowledge any old wounds and then release them. Use what they taught you as added strength. Keep moving forward with a renewed sense of confidence. I love that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you would like to have a chance for a card to be drawn for you, leave me a comment and let me know that you're interested in that, and I can add you to the cauldron so maybe you can have a card pulled the next time I do one of these videos. So I hope you guys have a wonderful full moon in Pisces and make the best of this super moon. Harness all that magic that you can, and of course, stay magical.